Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the day 16 of the Cyber Awareness campaign, celebrating National Cyber Awareness with ISEA and other various international partners. So, today, the topic of the session is online dating fraud and safety measures. And for that, we have an amazing speaker with us, Mr. Jagadish Babu, sir, from ISEA CDAC. He is an amazing faculty who works 24 by 7 on cyber crimes and various forensics works. So, without any delay, I will hand over to session, sir. To sir, sir, please continue, sir.
All right. Thank you, Jay. So, good evening to all of you. And as you all know, like the topic is, very light. People will think it is very light, but the thing is like it has to be taken care enough. Otherwise, there are some issues. But in our society, most of the times, like these kind of things, we never discuss with anyone. So we never discuss anyone, like if it is something that happened, like we will physically or emotionally we will be facing a lot of issues. But like what are the issues which you are facing out of these things, but nothing wrong in doing it, but you can do it in a safer manner, rather than like if something has happened and if you are not bringing it to the notice of the family members, or to whom you believe, like at least you should share such kind of things. But it is a very sensitive aspects, and the people always think like if you tell something, like what will happen kind of thing in the society. Of course, like we are living in a society like where everything is seen in a very magnified manner, but still some of the aspects we have to think, and if you are not discussing these aspects, like there is always an issue involved in it. So with that thing in light in mind, like what are the things which I'm going to present as part of a presentation. Also, the content is taken out from various things. I also don't have any such kind of experience in that particular domain, but I was also trying to collect this information from various domains, and I also asked one of my friend who has done his some kind of study in these aspects, and he is also professor. And I have taken some of the content from him, and some of the content I have collated from various spots to present it to you for a betterment and for a better understanding kind of thing. Okay. So but otherwise, don't feel like it is a sensitive there are some sensitive information is also there as part of these things, and there are some statistics like which are related to the country as well as world. Of course, like not all other countries we have taken as a global scenario, like some of the statistics which we can see it as part of the presentation. But this is the entire presentation is only for sake of creating information, awareness among the various users. So how do we safeguard like when these kind of things are happening? Of course, like whatever we are talking about, like specifically not only these platforms are targeting, but like what are the various means and various social networking platforms which we are using. So through those platforms also these kind of things can happen always. Okay. It is not only that like only dating apps are giving, or only dating websites are happening these things. No, that is a very lesser part. If you look into the scenario or number of crimes which are registered uh, uh, on these aspects, like dating or pornography, whatever it is. So all these things are much wider, which are not registered, or which are people have not come forward to say like this is what it is happened kind of thing. So but of course, like it is a sensitive aspects with regard to the person as well as a family, but at the same time, like at least you should aware so that you can take care of yourself. Okay. So that part which we are going to discuss today. As I told you, today, like we are going to have a session on these, online dating and some of the precautions. Some of the precautions where everyone should take care when we are using internet. Okay. So this part, as I'm already covered to you. So once again, like information security education awareness. It is a Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology Government of India project implemented by the CDAC Hyderabad. So as part of this project, like we were targeting various people like children, various stakeholders, in terms of like children, students, women, family, police, teacher, government officials, system network administrators kind of thing. And based on the situation, like we create lot of awareness material, and share it with a lot of stakeholders, including the legal enforcement agencies, police, state police department, cyber forensic departments of various states, to create this awareness among the masses. Okay, this is the website like infosecawareness.in. Whenever you get time, you also can log on to this website, and you can use the entire content, like whatever it is available. There is a lot of multimedia content which is available as part of this portal. Like you have posters, you have stickers, you have short videos which are there. And this platform is a crowdsourcing platform, where like people also can share their thoughts, and they also can contribute a lot of information into this platform, so that it will be much useful to the various stakeholders. Okay, so we all know today like we were living in a world where it is, these electronic gadgets are part of our lives. These electronics and internet and smart gadgets are become an integral part of our life. Can we imagine our life without any of these gadgets, or without any of your things? Of course, like the phone which we are shown is very future phone, but otherwise, like without smartphone, laptop, computer, desktop, whatnot. So without any of these things, we cannot live. We cannot spend our life without any of these electronic gadgets. So these electronic gadgets are become part of integral part of our life. At the same time, so with these technology, the technology is always useful for the betterment of human lives, and betterment of or a better delivery or delivery of services, whatnot. So all those things. But because of these things, like sometimes you also fall into the unwanted or unexpected things, like which are not happening wantedly, but these are the things which happens unwantedly, or sometimes it is happens without knowing us. Like, are we doing without knowing ourselves only? These are the some of the kind of things which are also happening. Okay, digital technology, especially smart devices, have transformed our lives, aspects of our society, including how people meet each other and establish relations among the humans. Now, the reason why I'm talking about, including how people meet each other and establishment of relations, human relations among the various people. I think, like we all know, during this COVID-19, during the lockdown or unlock period, so most of the things, most of the activities are happening from home, and like we were also not able to go out and meet people in some of the areas, but not everywhere. But like some of the areas we were not able to meet, so we were using all these electronic gadgets to meet people, to discuss, and say like, are you feeling, are you there, kind of thing, whatever these things. So we were using that is up to some extent is fine, but establishing the relations also we were using these gadgets. Earlier, like whenever we used to go out and we'll see like how the things are happening, they used to come to our home and see like how the things, what is the family and all those things. But nowadays, most of the things are happening through in a virtual mode only. The bride will be somewhere and the bridegroom will be somewhere, right? So they will see each other in somewhere, some online, and they feel like, okay, they can go for a marriage kind of thing. So that is how the relations are starting in this electronic era, in this digital era. All right. So that is only the reason I was telling, like, we were using these technologies to establish relations, among the people, or it could be for marriages or whatnot. Everywhere, like we were using these electronic gadgets, to perform these kind of things. Okay. So as you all know, in our last sessions also we have discussed these things. National Cyber Security Awareness Month we are observing worldwide. This October month was observed as a National Cyber Security Month. As part of that, like we were also doing a lot of awareness material. We are releasing a lot of awareness material. We are releasing a lot of awareness videos, and we are also organizing national level a quiz on various aspects. Like we have done on the on cyberbullying, password protection, and now we were planning to do some other other quizzes also. maybe end of the session I will share that link, so that you also all can participate as part of the quiz, and you can also get the participation certificate from those things. All right, so these are all intended to create as much as awareness among the masses. That's all. All right, so these are the some findings or some statistics which are there, with regard to these online dating. As today our topic is online dating, so these are the some of the findings and some of the statistics which are available. And especially during COVID-19, there was internet usage was spiked up like anything, and especially conversations are spiked up like anything. You can just imagine, there was a increment of 10 to 30 percentage, 10 to 30 percentage of increment is happened in terms of lot of conversation by using various social networking platforms, or whatever you say, either these dating platforms or whatnot. So as per the statistics, there was a huge amount of spike in terms of the conversations. These are 2 to 3 months old, but now because of these lockdown, as I told you, because of this lockdown period, the internet usage was gone up like anything. At the same time, the conversations and all such kind of things are also spiked up, from 10 to 30 percentage. And most of the people turn to online dating for a variety of reasons, for various purposes. We were using social networking platform to interact, to build relations, to promote yourself in the internet platform or in the digital world. If you want to project yourself, you have to use these online platforms. In the same way, there are some usages for in a positive direction, and there are some people are fallen prey for some various aspects. So like that, dating for various reasons, people have started doing this dating for various reasons. For one of the reason is like for fun, while someone looks for more meaningful relationship. There are some people who are looking for some meaningful relationship, or 1 in 10 are simply looking for sex kind of thing. So these are the some of the issues during this online dating. And people share information with others easily when they are in a dating platform or when they are dating online. Like whatever the information they will ask me, from both the sides. I will be showing some of the statistics also. So they will easily share this kind of information on online. And 1 in 10 have shared their home addresses and their mobile number, shared like their personal photos, and exposing them. These kind of shares. Once you have started sharing all these kind of things, so our information will be exposed, and there are always risks. And if outside other side people are good, that's fine. And if the other side people are threatening, or started threatening, or they wanted to blackmail kind of thing, so these kind of risks are always involved into this. Okay. And online daters lie. Most of the people lie each other in terms of faking a range of attributes, such as their names, their marital status, location, and the appearance kind of thing. So simple thing is like they'll say like I'm basically from Hyderabad. I'll say like I am from Delhi, or I'll say like I am from Haryana kind of thing. And they also say that, so this is my physical appearance, but instead of my photograph, I will use either Salman Khan or Hrithik Roshan photograph. So these are the some of the kinds which are these are the some of the kinds which, things are happening in this online platform. Until you see them physically, it is always a difficult involved in it. And people are concerned for their safety. Like the people, like what are the gadgets which are using, or what are the electronic devices which you are using to connect into these platforms. People are also, there was a lot of concern was expressed by many of the people with regard to their safety, concerned about the device they use for online dating. Like whatever the device which they are using for online dating is always becoming infected, and concerned about their data being stolen or leaked. The data which I talked about, either your personal data or your critical data, or like whatever it is. Then when we are into that particular mood, when we are in that particular situation, it is always that like whatever the details are asked by the other person, like we tempted to share. Okay, experiences some of the threat or a problem while dating online. And recently we had one boy like who is studying engineering, and he got a WhatsApp call, and he's got a WhatsApp video call. All right, it is from an unknown number. He knows that it is from an unknown number, but he picked up the call. He picked up the call, and immediately once he picked up the call, immediately one video was popped up, and it was playing by its own. And that is a nude video, and he started watching that video. And like when he is watching the video, along the video, the fraudsters also captured this boy face, and that became a video. So what that fraudster is doing, that fraudster is again send the same video to this boy, saying like, you are watching this video, okay, and you have to pay the money. He started threatening, all right, whatever the amount he is demanding, like he has to pay the money, otherwise he said like he will keep it in his social networking site, and he said like he will release it in YouTube, and it will be proliferated across the country. So that is how. So once you are started viewing something without your knowledge, like what was happening in the background, so this kind of threatening will start. The fraudsters will start threatening you, and this boy is also threatened, and he was keep on paying like what are the amount he is having, like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 rupees, like that. He started paying more than 3 lakhs he paid, and that the other person is asking you have to pay a larger amount, otherwise he said like he will do it. Then without he doesn't have that money because he is a student. Then he is approached the cybercrime police station without telling that information to their parents, and all went together, and they are finally they are about to catch that fellow, but that person was police. These police people are also not able to catch that person. But these are the kind of things which are happening. All right. So we have to be careful enough, when we are doing some of these things. Okay. So that is the device connectivity safety. When we are using any of these things, like there is always chances. Like we don't know, like if they are sending some kind of links, or if they are sending some kind of photographs, or they are sending some kind of videos, kind of thing. And there are always chances that like our system can be compromised at any point of time, either your desktop or your laptop or your smartphone or whatever it is. All right. So there was a protection. When it comes to the protection, 25% of the online daters use the security solutions to protect their device, and 60% is do nothing to protect themselves. They see a number of risk. Okay. So these people, some of the people are also using, as we discussed in our earlier session. So we have to update your system regularly, and you also have to update our, we also have to update the operating system, and at the same time you also have to have a very good antivirus software on your system, so that it will alert, so that you can protect yourself. So these are the some of the statistics with regard to the production of their devices. Right. So these are the some findings which we can see, which are published by some of these editors. And this is one mobile apps, especially these are I also don't know, but these are the some apps. The usage was increased like anything from March 2019 to Jan 2020. So the usage has gone up like anything. All right. So these are the Pepper app and the Lomor app, and I will be having some of these. Lomor app is also there. That is also one of the dating app. Through that, like there was a lot of crimes were a lot of crimes are happening because of that Lomor app, and we are able to LEAs are also able to identify, unless or until you go and tell them like no one can react. And unless and until for LEAs also, legal enforcement agencies also, they also need some kind of evidences, like where they can take it for further. Okay, so this is some incremental kind of thing, like where people have started using. As I told you, there is as overall across the globe, there is an increment in terms of using these kind of apps has increased like anything from 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there is always lot of increment is happening across the world with respect to these kind of dating apps. All right. So in this particular session, we are going to discuss these some of the aspects, nature of online dating, like how it is happening, and what are the kind of threats, and what are the precautions, and if you have any question and answer, we will address these things. Okay, online dating issues will be discussed in this session on the basis of the cyber safety, not on a morality side. Okay, as I told you, like whatever we are, it is good that like at least if people are trying to understand something like what was happening. All right. So and you should not be worried about like what was the things. If you listen, there are some people. We are like we were as we are kind of a society which we are growing is always there are so many people will see and kind of thing. You always feel like what will happen if we listen or if we attend this kind of session and all the thing. Nothing wrong. You will be only creating. We are trying to create awareness, and you are trying to learn like what was happening so that you can safeguard yourself. Okay, so there are crores of people using these dating apps as well as sites, so need to make them aware about the cyber crimes committed there, like what are the kind of crimes which are happening, and what are the age groups, and who are the people are cyber soft target soft target people in this domain. Okay, so these are why people are using these kind of apps. As I told you, like 48% of the people are using, or they're spending their time for making fun out of it. Out of 48%, 51 is male and remaining 43 is female. And to find friends, there are some people who wanted to make friends and to become a good friends kind of thing, and to have a good time with the interesting person. All right, to find a partner. See, these are all most of the things are related to the fun, to making to making friends kind of thing. But no one become a partner each other, right? So there are some 13% of the people are using for sex, and there are find marriage partners, and a very less number of people are using that kind of real to become a real partners, and to check the partner is not cheating to me. There are some people like whether that person for example, if the both boyfriend are there, and if they are without knowing each other, if they are using or if they are in this kind of platform also, they wanted to know like what was the partner is doing, right? There are some people, so that is the 5% of the people are there. Others, and I prefer not to say, like they not 12% of the people said like they cannot say. So like if you look into this overall aspect of this domain is to make fun out of it, but by end of the day you won't get anything. Either of the people won't get anything, only to make fun and to enjoy like what was happening to things. Okay, so these are the kind of things. Incident people date online, compared those won't. Okay, the people who are using this kind of dating apps, 29 people have infected with the viruses and malware. So people have started with fun. See like where they had landed up. So this 48% of people are started doing the fun. So where that fun is ended, the fun is ended with viruses and a malware. Okay, so this is the point like where we have to take away from this session. All right, we can make fun or various other means, but not in this manner. So that is only the reason, like whoever is involved into that kind of thing, so those people are infected, their devices are infected. I mean to say like they are not infected, their devices are infected, and with the viruses and malware kind of thing, and in turn it will lead to a financial loss or whatnot. Okay, as we discussed earlier, tricking into the sharing a private and sensitive private or sensitive data, and 13% of the people are using. And any incident, devices are used for cyber attacks. Devices are used for cyber attacks. 9% of the people are started using. Once you are infected, we don't know like either your mobile phone or your laptop, desktop kind of thing. Any of these devices are infected with any of these viruses and malware. We don't know like what are the kind of things which are happening. So as discussed in our earlier session, so there are always chances like it can infect, and it you will lose our personal as well as sensitive information. Infected with the ransomware, viruses that demands the money to unlock the files and devices. And this ransomware, like once if your device is attacked with any kind of ransomware, unless and until you pay bitcoins, they won't give the permission to decrypt. And if at all, if you are paying any the electronic money also, there is no guarantee that like they will unlock your system. Okay, if the system is infected with the ransomware, 99% chances are that you may not be decrypt these things. Once you pay money also, once you pay the this electronic money also, there is no guarantee that you will get your data back. Okay, so that is the kind of danger which is involved. And data was intercepted while using a device connecting either your network or a Wi-Fi kind of thing. All right, so these are the some of the Wi-Fi also, like when I'm using my home network, and there is always chances that it is not only my system, like what was happening, like who are all connected in my device also, other people can see. There are always chances that they can see that. Experienced financial fraud where money or cryptocurrency was at risk or stolen, right? If any of these things, any of the above things are happening, there are always chances that like we will be losing our financial, and it may lead to financial frauds. Okay, so these are some of the incidents or the things which are faced by the people like who are using such kind of things. And who are the soft target, especially middle-aged women and single mothers and divorcee and widows. So these are the people are tapped or nabbed by these fraudsters for doing various purposes. Okay, so once once you want to enter into that, definitely you need to have your mobile and email ID. Whether it is a email ID, genuine email ID. Of course, like you need to have an email ID which you have to create. So by any means, like we can find out like where the email ID was created and what was the IP address and whose name that internet connection is there. All such kind of things people can investigate and find out like what they are doing. But your mobile phone, email ID, social media accounts, or these are some of the things which are required to enter or to register into the these dating sites kind of thing. So not only the registration, once the registration is done, we also have to provide a name or display name, what is the gender, location, job, interest, links, social media, habits kind of thing. Unless and until you provide your interests, unless and until you provide your habits kind of thing, there are always chances that you may not get a right people. Like unless and until if you tell like listening songs or singing songs, play cricket, like what are the interests are there, those interests you have to express. And like what are your habits, those habits also you can express. Then only the like-minded people will come into the picture if you are serious. But if you are not serious and if you are providing, so the things will as usual. Okay, so what were the expectations, like age, gender, interest, profile, distance, habits, and all such kind of things are required to enter into these kind of things. And there are some free website as well as there are some payment also. When you are in a free website, you might not be getting anything, and unless and until you pay, if it is a genuine website, unless and until you pay the money, you won't be able to access any of their profiles or any of their informations. Okay, so definitely you have to pay money. When you are paying, without knowing like whether it is a legitimate, genuine app or a genuine website, and if you have started providing all your details, then there are always chances. Okay, so that is the danger. That is where the danger it starts. Okay, our danger starts with the registration. Okay, so these are some of the websites where they will provide their number, so that you can if once you have started calling, they will tell you like you have to register so that you will be getting all these facilities kind of thing. So this is how websites are openly available, so that you will be trapped and you will be started. Once you started discussing, some interesting discussions will happen, and immediately they will tell you like you register or you pay this amount, so that like the services will be provided and all such kind of things they will be talking. Okay, as I told you, like the profiles are suggested once you provide your details, like your habits and like what are interesting, what was your hobbies, like what is it that you wanted to do. So once you share those kind of things, they will match and they will give you the matched profiles. And users need to like, dislike, swipe the profiles left and right, wait responses. Sometimes we have to wait for the responses also once you provide these things. what are your likes, interests, hobbies, and all such kind of things. So based on that, the profiles they will make it, and accordingly they will share you some of the details. Okay, if there are genuine and legitimate website. But most of the websites, like most of the apps or websites which we are seeing, are intended for most of the time are for financial frauds. Okay, and if like it mutually, then the chart opens. Okay, and so what are the things happens, there are chances that other side, like when you are started interacting with, as I mentioned to you, if it is mutually or liked, and the chart section opens kind of thing. So sometimes we always feel like the other person will always feel that, so other side users are interacting with me kind of thing. And there are chat bots, like, which is robots. Basically chatbots are nothing but robots. So the human intervention is not required. So when you type something, it will search like whatever it is there in the website, in that particular app or in that particular website, and it will push you the messages. All right, you will be seeing some of these chatbots chatbots are used for various purposes, and here also people have started using, and there the human intervention won't be there, and this technology intervention will be there. So where people, instead of the people, these robots will start talking to you. Okay, and most of them are prostitution personnel. So the people who are involved into this online dating business, they are mostly onto this prostitution. And there are some blackmailers. Once they get the as I told you, then WhatsApp example, the WhatsApp video call. So once they get their details, and they will start creating this blackmailing, unless and until you pay. Like those kind of things are always happens. And most of the sites are, they will created by the fraudsters for doing something. And there are some hackers also. Those people wanted to make fun out of it. Okay, they will try to get all your details, and later part they will start playing with your information. So these are the people who are involved in maintaining some of these websites. Okay, generally dating apps are used secretly from the parents, life partners, etc. When there are students kind of thing, they will start using these dating apps kind of thing. Once the parents are slept, or like if you are in a separate room, they will start doing all these things. And these life partners also do the same thing. Okay, and like there was lot of increment in terms of the mobile usage as well as the internet usage was very peak from up to 2 o'clock and 8 to 10 p.m. And later part, the mobile internet usage was spiked up like anything during this COVID-19 period. Otherwise also there was internet, but not that much. But during this COVID-19 there was a lot of incremental internet during that particular time. Okay, that's why most of the frauds happen on dating sites are neither reported to police nor discussed with the friends and family. So this is the worst part. Like if something is happening to us, either you have to report, first you should discuss with the family members, later you should go for the reporting. Otherwise, like, okay, it is only happened to me. No, please don't do that. If it has happened, something has happened, not only this, any cybercrime which has happened to you, you please discuss with your adults, either your parents, brother, sister, whoever it is there, and later part, please go and report it. Otherwise, there is a lot of dangers. At least from your thing, other people, like the kind of frauds which are happening, Okay, if you share it with the other people, at least other people can safeguard by other people also can safeguard by themselves. So that is only the reason we were organizing these kind of cyber awareness sessions. At least you should aware, you should secure yourself. At the same time, our community also should be secured from all these kind of crimes. It is a forbidden realm, even in a press and social media. And these people also, most of the times, this kind of information won't come out. Whether if it is a real big cyber frauds are happening, those things also will come out. And yet there is always legacy in terms of if you tell something, like what will happen kind of thing, because the kind of society where we are living, All right. So because of those social elements also come into the picture, but please don't hesitate to report or share it with the people. Please do that when we are doing something. So instead of feeling frustration, feeling pain among you, within you, if you share with the people, so that at least you can come out of those kind of things. Lack of cyber awareness material regarding these dating apps also, this is one of the reason. That's what I'm telling. Most of the people are not ready to discuss any of these things, but in this we were asked to do it, and like what are the information which we have gathered, and we were presenting it to you, only for awareness purposes, not to something to happen. How these modus of operandi happens, how these scams are, how these kind of things which will happen. Fraudsters might create a fake profile with a fake name, fake photos, like you are also creating. The fraudsters are also creating fake profiles to nab the people. Dating app or popular social media sites then start the conversation. Both the sites, this is a fake, and this person also knows, that person also knows, but due to at some point of time we are submitting by ourselves. All right, so that is where these frauds will these kind of things will happen. Over the period of time they build a trust. Once this kind of thing is happen, slowly that trust will be built in among the victim as well as fraudster, between the fraudster and the victim. Sometimes they may communicate several times in a day through online chats, text messages, long emails, poetry, gifts, and declaration of love, everything except face-to-face meeting. Except this face-to-face meeting, everything will happen. Like what are the real time which will happen? So most of the things are also happens in this kind of thing. So once the trust is built in, the fraudsters ask for money. All right. So as I told you, like this is where the things will start. Once the trust is built in, the fraudsters ask for a money and personal information about the victim financial life. So are you working somewhere? Like where are you working? What is your salary? And who are all there with you? Are you alone? Are you living with the family, kind of thing? So all such kind of details. One is the financial aspect. Second is the personal aspect. They will try to collate all the details. Once the victim provides this information, they will start asking for money, information, scammer. Often they may disappear. Once you provide all these details, once they taken the money, they may disappear also. So there are so many crimes which are happening in the social networking. So basically that person is a handicapped person. So by keeping some small one group photograph, all these age group, between these 16 to 18, 16 to 20 age group, especially the girls, once it is all chain. For example, one girl is there, so she has some good friends. This fraudster will build a relation with that girl, and he also, once this boy is accepted, this person is accepted into their group, and he is also accessing all the remaining profiles, also all the remaining people who are there in that particular in that particular account. So that with that girl, he will start building the relation with other girls also. He will building the start relation with other girls also. Like that, the chain will increase like anything. After this complete chain, if anyone shared any of their personal information, shared their photographs, kind of thing, this frauds will start. These fraudsters will start blackmailing that particular person, unless and until they get like whatever they wanted, or they completely squeezing. After that only they will leave. It is not guaranteed that they will leave, but there are always chances that like it can go beyond also. So during that point of time, these people, these girls, especially these young girls, they don't know like what to do. So sometimes they may go beyond their limitations. So that is very unfortunate things which are happening, which are not reported, which are not happening unless if you create this kind of awareness. Okay, so when they know that the victim is hooked, when the victim is in their hand, pretended to go through that some kind of crisis, requires a large amount of cash to fix such kind, such a robbery or medical emergency or a legal problem or a bank account or a business opportunity, kind of thing. They also say that link. I thought I should buy it and give it to you. This gold chain or a gold ring, kind of thing. But unfortunately, my bank account was frozen, or the bank account was locked, or bank account was suspended, or some for some reason. can you please transfer this amount to some other account, kind of thing. I will be showing some of the cases also which are happened in recent times. So once you done that, and they will be started taking the money. Once the trust is built in, they will started doing all such kind of things. Okay, they usually claim to have jobs that keep them outside the country for a longer period of time. Sometimes they may also say, like, because of job reasons I'm out of this country. Once I come, I will bring these kind of things, so please transfer the money. So they may ask you to move conversations to another instant message options. During the conversations might reveal the personal information, and scammers may even ask you to exchange photos, kind of thing. Okay, once the report is built in with that platform, so only they move on to the personal instant messages, and they will started sharing the whatnot, photos or any interests, disinterests, likes, dislikes, whatnot. All such kind of things can happen. In recent dating extortion scams, a victim received a link to site where their conversations were posted along with their photos, contact information, and demand for a payment to have information removed. Okay, so this is what it is going to happen. Like, they will collect the complete information, like what are the chart we were doing, that screenshots they will keep it, and they will keep it in one website. And again, the fraudsters will send it to you only. The fraudsters will send it to you, so that, like, so these are the kind of things which are happened between you and me. So unless you pay that amount, I will just make it public. So that is how they will start it threatening. They will start threatening, and we don't know, like, during that threatening is happening, we don't know, like, what has to be done, to whom we have to share. So that is where this mental agony starts. Okay, so these things will lead to that mental agony. Okay, so this is one case, as I told you, like, this is the case which has happened in the month of December 2009, March to 2020, I believe. Okay, so this woman was 42-year-old woman. She is an unmarried woman, and they have a built over a social networking platform. They built very good relation, and finally this you can just read this, you can just type it out so that you will get the complete information. Okay, so finally, like, the case is like, she lost 71 lakhs, and that person, the other person who is where this lady was in relation with the other person, he himself claimed like he is a doctor, he is working in UK, and he said, like, he is coming to India to marry her. And he said, like, he reached either Mumbai or Delhi somewhere. I think the place is also mentioned. So he said, like, United Kingdom. Both of them are exchanged their phone numbers, and after expressing the interest each other, that person said, like, he was struck up, and he brought so many things, because it is a marriage. Okay, he said, like, he is bringing so many gold ornaments and all such kind of things. He brought all those things, and he said, like, he stuck up in one of the airport, and he said, like, no, he was stuck up in this particular airport. If you can, they say, like, it was under the customs. We have to pay money, and they will release, then only they will release, kind of thing. So slowly, the amount was slowly transferred up to somewhere around 71 lakhs. The amount was transferred from this lady to that fraudster's account. And one fine day, that person was not lifting, not charting, and all such kind of thing. And this lady approached the police people, and they have done some kind of investigation. They found, like, this is completely a fraud, and the person is not from UK, and that the person is from some Nigerian country, and he is looted the complete money. And this lady was facing a lot of issues because she lost the entire money. All right, so these are the kind of things. It is not very old case, but it is happened only in recent times. These like, whatever the things we are talking about, this online dating, as we told, like, it will be moved on to the instant messaging, so that the personalization will be there, and the more personalized discussion can happen. So that is how that lead to this extent. Okay, and this is another case which is registered, and he is a 65-year-old man. He is married, and he was retired from army, and he is having very good money, and he started building that rapport with the fraudster, and slowly he started paying good amount of money. In this case, what happened, in this case, particular case, From this dating app, they are moved on to the instanting message. From there, he is receiving all videos, the nude videos. He started receiving the nude videos, and he is saying, and he will show. He'll say like it is a live kind of thing, but unfortunately, they will show that video, and this person was captured, and like that, he started paying 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 2 lakh kind of thing, and it was moved up to 47 lakhs. It is not my stories. These are all the crimes which are registered, in various states of our country. So somehow he is, lost that much amount, and this was a very recent fraud which has happened. Okay, you can search it also. So what happens when we are sharing our personal information? The reason why I wanted to show this picture is, like, once your high quality pictures are available with the fraudsters, and they can find out like your address kind of thing. So this is a high resolution image. You can just see that this is a high resolution image. I just uploaded it into the Pictomap kind of website, like where it is available. So I just uploaded, and it started giving all the details which are related to me. So like what is the longitude and latitude, and where I was residing, and all such kind of things you can capture those details. So once the high resolution images, once you are shared or you are posted in any of your social networking websites or any of these things, you may tell that you may be telling like you are somewhere else. But if that person asks you, can you please send me your instant photograph, and you share your instant photograph, there are so many open source tools which are available. By using the tools, they can find out like where you are exactly. Okay, for example, this is the coordinates like longitude and latitude. All these details you can get it from these kind of things. Okay, so this is what it is happens if at all if you have started sharing your high resolution images kind of thing. Okay, so this is how threats, what they do. Like the ads are mostly targeted, like most of the things are targeted for men only, and do have a girlfriend, and this kind of discussion will happen. After that, like these people will started sharing these kind of things. Of course, like and it is most of the cases are related to these illegal prostitution which we are talking about. Many profiles are prima facie appear to be created by the agents from the prostitution business to reach their customers, and they mention agents' contact, email, mobile number, social media accounts, and all such kind of things in their profile itself, as I showed you earlier. Okay, inside in some screens, and some apps don't allow to share the contact. Still, they share the number and letter of combination in terms of the they say like it is a agreement between these two people. After that only they will start it. But most of the people are related to these prostitution only. Okay, and many of such profiles are real. Profiles are looks like real, and they provide the real online and offline services, but legally. But some of the profiles pretend to be a sex worker and ask for online payment in advance for service, and then block the user after receiving the money. The user case like the 65-year-old man, is falls under this category only. Okay, so once the opposite profiles are interact with each user and offer online sex kind of thing, and live voice calls, sending those kind of photographs, and seducing voice messages, and these are the kind of things which will happen once you pay the money. Slowly, once you pay the money, they will slowly introduce one, and finally they will ask you to pay big money, and that time after that, like they will disappear, and nothing will happen there also. Okay, they send a sample first, then will ask you to pay online some amount. Unless they receive the money, they continue to send material, right? So once once they receive the complete amount, or once they completely the partial amount, and they will stop. Once if you pay bigger amount only, they will say like they will be sharing all such kind of things. Okay, so these are the whenever you are installing any app kind of thing, you have to see that, like you have to see the review, or like whenever you are entering, you have to see like what was happening kind of thing. After that, you can started doing this. So this is one app. Google, please keep a sharpen eye on a Lamor app. It's a totally fake app, and it's only people money on the name of love. Please remove the Play Store. There are some people, as I told you in the earlier. So those people had started. These are basically Chinese apps. So these one study which says is like there are so many Chinese apps are available in our Play Store earlier, but not now. So most of the apps are removed now. So but these Chinese app people, they're keeping various apps directly not on this dating. They may say like home service. They may say like beauty beauty parlor. There are so many other ways, the massage, like whatnot. So such kind of apps they will create, and they wanted, the apps are created, and anyone can, keep their apps in the Play Store. But the only thing is like when they wanted to do any financial transactions, they have to take a permission. They have to have a permission. They need to have a payment gateway kind of thing. So these people create apps and they will keep it. But they some hundreds of people, it seems there hundreds of people are approaching our Indian payment gateways to link these kind of apps to for making payment kind of thing. But somehow nowadays such kind of payment gateways are has to follow some stringent norms in terms of providing such kind of services. So that is the reason most of these people are not coming directly through Play Store kind of thing, and they will engage locally. They will engage some people locally, and they will start doing all these things. There are there are so many cases which are registered into the matrimonial websites, and the fake profiles they will share with the fake for groom or bride photos with each other, and they will start collecting the good amount of money from those two people. Later part they will close these organizations and they will go back. So these are some kind of things which are happening in today's world. All right. So initially they will share this kind of photos, and they will ask you to share money kind of thing. Then they will ask for the money. Okay, that is one kind of some kind of photos which we have captured from the internet. You also can go and Google it so that you will get such kind of things. Okay, when the user starts raising questions about the sender identity, user lose credibility, numbers will be blocked kind of thing. Once you make the payments, they will started doing all such kind of things. Some profiles are not fraud. They are charging and giving services because of their purpose to earn money for online. There are some good websites like websites are offered legally, and those websites are good. These are meant only for that purpose. But by using that name, there are so many fake websites were got created, and cyber fraudsters are making money out of these kind of things. Okay. So some profiles are made to blackmail, and they encourage to chat, send indecent photographs, voice, video calls, and they record it, and the later part they will start blackmailing kind of things. Okay. So this is another kind of threat, forming. So once you enter, to enter into the website, you have to provide those details. Once you provide your financial details, there are no chances, there is no guarantee that like you will be logged in or logged out. Once the details are gone, once you enter the OTP kind of thing, once you enter the OTP kind of thing, it may display like presently it is not available kind of thing. There are so many such kind of fake dating websites are there, and if you are entering these details, and immediately they will collect your details, and by the time you realize, they will do these fraudsters, and they will try to lure like whatever the money is there in that account kind of thing. They will try to take out the complete money. Okay, once you click on that link, it takes you to some other fake website, says where they track your bank and the card details, which could be used for hacking. As I told you, some profiles gives link to their social media accounts, but when you click on it, it takes you to a different sites which are insecure. So because of these things also, some of the issues happens. So these are some of the threats which are involved. They will try to grab the money by saying like a subscription money kind of thing, paid member kind of thing. Okay, so these are some of the things. Many profiles are interested in you, and to know the details, get paid membership. All right, people will say like that, like your profile is seen by many paid members, you pay the money so that you can start interacting with some of these people. Till you pay the money, so all such kind of messages will come. Very sweet messages will come. Once you started once you pay the money, once you enter these details, there are always chances that it can be fake website. It can be turned as a fake. Once you paid, you will be find most of the profiles are passive and non-responsive because they are bots. There was one survey says like, only 10% is genuine, remaining 90% are already dead, already not in the earth, they are not in life. So that kind of profiles also they will continue as part of these kind of sites. Okay. And again, when your subscription is coming to end, you will be receiving some of the other profiles. So you can renew your subscription, so that you will be getting new connections kind of thing. Okay. These are the some of the aspects. Use strong passwords when you are, if at all, if you are logging into any of these dating websites or social media things. You have to use a strong password, and you have to limit in terms of sharing your information, and you have to be security solutions like antivirus, as we told, like patching apps and kind of thing. So these kind of things, if you do that, you can safeguard your information. And try to use a two-factor authentication if it is a real website, or if it is a real social networking, or if it is a real dating app kind of thing. They will be providing this two-factor authentication kind of thing. So try to use that. And we were not against to all of these things. Only thing is like you can use, so there are many people are using, like if people are not using, like how the cyber crimes will happen. But only thing is like you have to be more cautious when you are, when financial things comes into the picture. All right. So you have to, if it is a genuine website kind of thing, and if you are genuine, both are genuine kind of thing, like you can always use this two-factor authentication, and you can continue discussion on various aspects related to these kind of things. Okay. So these are the things, and make your purpose very clear using the dating app to yourself and others, and keep your profile photo, description, expectations accordingly if you are a genuine person, and if you are looking for a genuine mate. And prefer to not to keep a photo, contact, job details in a profile description initially. Later, like you will be sharing those details. And read the profile details carefully. If you profile details carefully, if you found following things in profile, and then you can and then you can go for started building the report kind of thing. Like otherwise they will be keeping some of the off-note photographs, seducing photos or quotes, a lengthy profile description, contact numbers, website links. Then you have to be careful, like if these kind of things are happening. And verify others' profiles by various means. Don't trust blindly on details which are provided there. You try to see like whether that kind of profile, whether that person is available in anywhere, in any other platforms. Then you can go for such kind of things. And verify profile on different social media platforms, whether that kind of person is there or not. But before really jump into a kind of thing. Okay, don't share your contact numbers, email ID, birthplace, real photographs, and job details. These are some of the precautions where you have to be careful. And don't click any links, giving the profile, and most of them are taking taking you online, prosecution sites, prostitution sites where various numbers are given, so you can know like it's not a date, but one night you will be standing illegally. Don't fall into the fake responses by apps which force you to get the paid subscription kind of thing. Please be careful before you pay subscription kind of thing. And the apps try to allure by sending likes and responses from the beautiful bot profiles. As I told you, like these are all not genuine photographs. These bots, they will collect various photos from various countries kind of thing. So these especially these Nigerian frauds, like what they'll do, they'll keep very nice photographs as part of the profile. These girls are waiting for you, and you pay money kind of thing. And once you by showing those photographs only, people will be attracted. The kind of photographs they will keep, and they will be attracted, and after that they will be started paying money kind of thing. And later part they will realize like they have paid for some unwanted or unwanted kind of thing. And if you share your contact number, you will be started receiving calls and SMSs from these prostitution professionals for online and offline offers. And keep away from the cyber sex. Avoid any contact that may create some proofs, make you blackmail later. That is chat, audio, video calls, and all such kind of things. Please be careful, like what is that you are doing, and when you are involved into such kind of things, what kind of chart you are doing. And if it is threatening messages, like it is goes from your side, like threatening message kind of thing, and we also in deep trouble, and the other person also in big trouble, right? So sometimes they offer you money to do, and don't get trapped into the spell. They may be blackmailing later. Okay, once you are not taking care precautions, there are always chances that it can happen. Try to avoid online transactions to do dating profiles, or offer them offline transaction for a legitimate purpose, so you can identify a real person. And if you are doing a legitimate interaction with the dating profiles like video calls, and hide your identity by covering face or changing voice calls, unless you find out, for example, and as I told you, if you are not hiding your face, there are always chances. Avoid to meet in person unless you sure about their identity. Remember, there are fake profiles in such apps and sites. And if at all, if you are meeting any such kind of, if at all, if you are meeting a person like who is a friend of yours, like who made you kind of relation on a social networking site or social media, or like any of these things, if they say like in isolation location kind of thing, please don't go such kind of locations. Please ask them to come to either the crowded locations, and with your parents you can meet, to whom all, if you want to meet a unknown person like who you met in online in a physical form, ensure that like you are going in a crowded place. At the same time, like you should go either definitely with your parents. Okay, and if you are meeting for a date and meet in a public places which you know well, right? If they say like you have to we will meet there, so that it will be privacy will be there kind of thing, no. Okay, don't believe in such kind of things. Meet them in a crowded location where you can safeguard your things. If possible, tell your close friends to be around during that date, and you please share like where you are going with your parents as well as friends, close friends. Don't hesitate to ask some legal documents to prove their legal identity, right? If you want to come out of such kind of things, like the fraud which we shown you, like the Bangalore case, like 42-year-old lady which was nabbed by the fraudster. So you can ask all these details. And if you are married or in a reliable relationship, don't use any dating apps to or sites to cheat your partner. Okay, this is our serious suggestion. And if you are searching for a genuine relationship, find other reliable sources other than these kind of things. Okay, and if the cybercrime happens by dating app, you not only the damaged by financially but physically, right? As I told you, like not only physically, mental agony also will starts, and we don't know like where it leads, and you could not share or bear for it. Sometimes it may go beyond your control. And if you are using dating apps for a legitimate purpose, remember, prevention is better than cure. If at all, if you are serious and if you want to do it, prevention is always better than, like, what are the things we have discussed. Keep those things in mind before you join or jump into any such kind of things. Okay, so that's it from my end. And if there are any questions, we are happy to take the questions. Yes, Rupesh ji, if there are any questions, we will take. Otherwise, we will end.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. It was very much insightful. I think many points were covered. I think the whatever points you covered can be samely used for a matrimonial website or any kind of match finding website also. Sir, one thing, sir, a few questions which we have come here. So, if someone else is using our pictures or photograph, our material on defacing, so what kind of action can be taken on that? Anything? Do you want to comment on that, sir?
Yeah, there are websites which are available. You can check like whether that kind of photo is available or not. So there is a website called Tiny Eye. Okay, there is a website called Tiny Eye. Okay, are you able to see the screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I just typed the Tiny Eye. So this is a website where you can just upload any of your photographs. See, for example, I just uploaded my ISEA photograph. Okay, I just uploaded my photograph, and you can see like where all these photographs you used. By using this website, you can upload any. Sorry.
Reverse imaging.
Yeah, you can upload your photograph and you can see like where all this photo was used. And if the photo is used nowhere else, then there are no issues. See, for example, my ISEA photo was used in these locations. This is called reverse engineering. You can find out like whether if your photo is used, you can tell him like if your personal photo is used in somewhere else, you can tell them to remove that photograph. Or if they are not removing, by taking these screenshots, you can just go to any of your cybercrime police stations and you can make a complaint. Then the police people will act accordingly, so that you can safeguard your privacy.
Sir, in addition to that, only we are getting one more question, sir. Is there anything such for email also? Sorry, video also.
Video, I have never come through such kind of tool. Maybe we have to check it up. You please note down the details. We will check it up and we will let them know, or we will let them know.
For video, maybe I can give a small suggestion. Sir, take a screenshot and do same process. That can be a little bit helpful, because if it is on YouTube or somewhere else, you will definitely find some image over there. Sir, one more, sir. On many social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook kind of thing, people create an account and put nude, some intimate images and say these kind of services. So what action can we take on? Can we take legal action on them?
Yeah, you can always make a complaint. Like you take the screenshots, and you the website, like whatever the URL is, that the particular thing, and you can just go to any cybercrime police station. You can complain, and the cybercrime go.in is also there. There also you can go and upload all these details, and you can raise a complaint, so that police people, that legal enforcement agency people only will call you, and they will try to find out the details, and accordingly they will take the legal actions. In that, there are no issues nowadays. Like the technology is there, and if you feel like you are doing an underworld kind of thing, but there are tools like where people can find out and can pull you into the behind the bars.
Sure. Sir, last two questions, sir. I won't take much, because I know, it's very busy day today. You are very much tired. Sir, because nowadays Tinder, this question is regarding application Tinder. They are using verification profiles kind of thing. They are, introducing something verified profiles kind of thing. They are using some, face camera, and they are verifying. So is it safe to use?
Tinder, basically it is a site outside India, but in many countries it was used. In India also it was very popular. And as I told you, like if you feel like if you are serious about dating kind of thing, that kind of things you can use it, and they will verify. After that only they will allow you to use the app in a full manner. Okay, as far as my knowledge, that is legitimate and legal.
Sir, last question, sir. We won't go beyond this, sir. Sir, because now in India we know prostitution is illegal. If you are in prostitution, but when it comes to online, this prostitution thing, is it legal or illegal, sir?
No, it is completely illegal. Like again, like anything, if it is adultery, there was some kind of thing. But if it is anything related to the child pornography in India, if at all, if you are seeing or disseminating or receiving anything which is related to the child pornography, there is always a danger. Immediately those people will be caught and put behind the bars. Okay, adultery, there are some kind of relaxation is there, but if it is a child pornography kind of thing, there is always immediately the actions will be taken care by the government of India and legal enforcement agencies. It is completely illegal, and they will catch them and keep them behind the bars. There is no doubt in it.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for taking this session today. It was very amazing, sir, and thank you so much, sir. Instead of having a very busy schedule, you have taken efforts to aware us, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.